10 healthy habits to help you as a singer. Let's go. Hello again and welcome to my channel. This is The Music Junkie that I am calling it, and today I wanted to do something a little bit more educational, let's say. We're going to talk about the healthy habits that musicians should do, I think, to help you become a better performer and be more healthy in your performance in many different ways. It's not easy to be a performer. A lot of the jobs have a high demand, some 6-7 nights a week on some occasions. My very first job, I worked 7 nights a week for 3 months, and this was the biggest learning curve that I had to go through in my career. I realized that I was singing all my songs too high in higher keys, so I had to bring them all down. I also learned very fast how to change melodies slightly in order to help my voice so I wasn't pushing too much. So there's a lot of things that you can learn while on the job. The purpose of this video and the next videos that are going to come after is I want to try and show you all the ins and outs within the industry to help you understand what you might be stepping into if you are new into working within this industry, or even maybe for a conversational starter to those that are more experienced, then maybe you can give me some comments towards it and maybe we can have a different conversation and somewhat of a debate on whether you think what I am saying is right or what I'm saying is wrong. So I wrote down 10 things that I personally have done throughout my career, and we're going to get started. So there's no particular order in this. Let's start with hydration. Okay, we all know that hydration is the key to all of life. Drinking water, you must drink a certain amount of water a day. I'm not going to give you facts on the amount of water that you should drink because I think there are different people who say different amounts, but we should be drinking a lot of water steadily throughout the day, especially when we wake up. I think we all know this. Drinking a lot of water first thing in the day and maintaining it throughout your day, the vocal cords is like any other muscle. They benefit from water. You'll notice that your voice is stronger, more adaptable, and more nimble and agile if you can keep it lubricated throughout the day. I can remember times when I was doing performances, when I'm singing every single day, I'm drinking a lot of water. I can be honest, I'm not really performing that much anymore and I'm not drinking enough water. My wife is always telling me off for this. But my advice to you as a singer, and if you want to move forward, drinking water throughout the day. You don't have to be drinking pints and pints and pints, but keeping a steady flow, keep yourself healthy and keep yourself hydrated. The next one that we're going to talk about, again, I'm sure this is understandable, everyone knows this, fitness. Fitness and being healthy. The more muscular and in shape a person is, the more robust and healthy your voice is going to be. Walking, jogging, Pilates, yoga, swimming, running, I think I said that twice, table tennis, whatever it is, just get yourself active. The more active you are, the more active your muscles in your body are going to be. Remember, when you're singing, it's all about the oxygen movement within your body that goes through all the muscles. Okay, that's what it is. And then this helps with when you're controlling your diaphragm, your breathing, all the muscles, maybe when you're anchoring towards that high note, okay? The better control, the better your physique, the better your muscles are, the better you will sound. This really goes to helping the whole body, and also it helps your mind at the same time. It links with water. Drink water, be healthy. A lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about is just on the real healthy terms. The more healthy you are in most situations, the better you're going to be at most things that you do. Next, then we can move on and understand gut health. We hear things about a healthy diet all the time. A healthy diet is something that obviously benefits you in many different areas of life, but it also benefits you as a singer. Your voice, along with the rest of your body, will benefit from a healthy digestive system. Eat lots of lean protein, healthy fats, all the things that you're told all the time. Eat your vegetables, your 5 a day. But the things that you want to eat fewer carbohydrates and no added sugars. I know that this is very normal things, but all this stuff goes towards whether or not you can be a strong and capable singer. It really can affect you. If you look at the professionals out there, they obviously have nutritionists, they have people helping them with their fitness on daily life. This goes with actors and musicians. And even if you look at the best businessmen in the world, the strongest businessmen, they keep a strong physique, they eat healthy, it helps their mind. If your mind is working well, this is going to help your vocal cords. Now, not to sound like a broken record, we've only really been talking about healthy stuff. The other thing is, and again, it does link, these all link together, okay? Rest your voice. Whether that being getting enough sleep, whether that means talking in a more quieter voice throughout the day, okay? Especially if you have performances on a regular basis. Back when I would be performing regularly, like 6 nights a week, I would make sure that I got my 8 hours of sleep a day. I have to have 8 hours of sleep. I would be making sure that I did my warm-ups. We'll talk about them in a minute. I'd be making sure that I wasn't shouting. I'd be making sure that I would be talking to people in a calm and a reserved way, unless obviously there are times when things are needed. But like this right now. They call it arm's length talking, okay? I'm talking to someone as if they are at an arm's length away from me. By doing this, you're going to rest, but you're still warming them up slowly, your vocal cords. And this will help with all the different muscles and all the different things throughout your body, your diaphragm as well. And it will help you when you are going forward into your warm-ups and then your shows. So that brings us into daily vocal warm-ups. These are key. Now, I don't do enough vocal warm-ups anymore. I don't, because I sing maybe once or twice a month now. I do other work. It's not something that I do on a regular basis. So I maintain a good level, but I don't need to do it as much, which is actually quite nice, having the time off. But when I was performing 6 nights a week, 7 nights a week sometimes, I would start my day with a slow vocal fry. Anyone that knows me and saw me in the day, because I was always performing at night, you would hear me making this sound. This is the softest vocal warm-up that you can pretty much do. This and like lip trills, these sort of things. We can go over this again in a later time. But yes, I would be doing this stuff throughout the day. I wouldn't be pushing my voice. I would just be slowly building my voice throughout the day, and it would be part of my daily routine while I'm walking around. There are some things with vocal warm-ups that could be quite silly and quite funny, but that's part of it. Doing that throughout the day and just getting used to those movements and becoming a daily routine, this is going to just help you be warm all the time. Obviously, before your performance, you need to be doing a full routine. You must be doing this, okay? This is going to help you reach the levels that you wish to reach. Learning the songs, how the melodies go, where the changes are, how to go into falsetto voice, how to use your chest voice or your mixed voice, okay? There's a lot of things that go into this. You should do exercise to improve your vocal range as a whole, okay? You should be looking at all the different areas where you can improve on, okay? And work on them slowly. Have a goal, let's say a weekly goal of, okay, I want to this song and I want to get this note right, I want to get this trill right and stuff like that. The reason I say this is you should specify skill sets that you want to learn, such as, let's say, range extension, pitch control, understanding pitch control is a big understanding, resonance, projection, register blending, intonation, all these things, okay? And I don't say you shouldn't find a routine where you can maybe have a warm-up that goes over certain areas each day and build it up through the week. But don't push your voice in a warm-up. You don't need to push your voice. It's a warm up. Same as doing fitness. You don't push yourself in a warm up when you are working out, do you? You know, find a balance. This moves in to being your own best friend, okay? You need to look after your voice. If you have something that is affecting your voice, stop immediately. If you're trying to do something with your vocals and it feels uncomfortable, just stop. Just simply stop. Remember that it's a long process when you're trying to gain a new skill in any area, not just singing, playing an instrument, learning to cook. All these things, that's what it really comes down to, is you need to take your time and get better at them. You will get there eventually. Just me right now, I'm making these videos. This is brand new to me. This is my 4th video doing this, and I hope over 50 videos or 100 videos, I might get somewhere and I might get something out of it. The same is with singing, okay? So don't rush it. Do what you do well. Don't overdo it. Sometimes less is more in most areas. So like, for instance, trying to put runs everywhere. Nobody wants to hear that. You know, there are some musicians that can do it, but they have been practicing for years to get to that level. You should always cease doing something that makes you uncomfortable. If you experience any sort of physical discomfort, just stop. If it strains, just stop. You don't want to do any permanent damage to your vocal cords, because it happens. And then you won't be singing at all. The other thing that I would also talk about is, this is also in the sense of being your own best friend. You know, mental health, stability, a positive outlook, understanding the people around you, learning relaxation techniques, awareness of the present moment and the things that are around you, having gratitude, meditation, affirmations of success. These sort of things, okay? The more you talk to yourself, the more you are positive towards yourself, honestly, this will push you to a better you. And I think anyone that works in this industry, and again, there are many other industries, but anything within the creative sector, I believe we're all looking for that special thing, and we're looking to work towards something great. And in order to get something great, you need to work in all different areas. Work on your speaking. This is something that I am forever doing. I am always working on my speaking. So I understand that I still have a little bit of my old accent. It's still there. It comes out every now and then. My articulation, how I pronounce words, my pronunciation, sometimes it can be really good. Sometimes it can be quite poor. Can slur on words or run on my R's, which is things that I am aware of and I need to be aware of when I'm singing at the same time. But the reason I say working on your speaking, because if your day-to-day life and how you are talking to people isn't to a good standard or a good level, then that is going to bleed into your singing. Yes, there are many singers that have different inflections on their voice and different ways of pronouncing things, and they're very famous for that. But it doesn't work for everybody. I think there are certain types and certain people that stand out, that are able to have those different pronunciation parts. But I think most singers working on contracts should be able to pronounce the words properly. And like I said, this is something that I have been critiqued on many, many times, and I understand it. And it's something that I have put a lot of time and effort in to get better at. And it can be very frustrating because sometimes my natural accent just does come out. So yeah, working on this as a daily thing is a really good idea. Developing the singing voice can be aided by speaking with natural pitch, pleasing melody and flow, and expressive dynamic. Okay, this is all things that you can do with your speaking voice as well as your singing voice. Let's talk about diaphragm, breathing control. Now, there is a breathing control that I learned a long time ago, and it was from a teacher, Eric something. I will put a link up here to who he is, and I'd say go and check him out. He's got millions of views, and he's someone that I was following, and he has a full course something that I hope I will have one day. Yeah, 360 breathing, and I learned that from him. So I suggest going and checking that out. I just want to say, you need to remember to breathe. That's the first thing. A lot of people will start singing and how sometimes you talk and you talk too fast and you don't put your breathing in between, yeah? This can happen with singing. This happens with rapping, especially. Learning the songs and understanding where you need to breathe is key. That's the biggest part of learning a song. Obviously, the melody and the structure and all these things, and the notes, yes, obviously, as a singer, you do need to know this, but you do need to learn how to breathe. And there are many exercises. I will start doing my own videos showing warm-ups and exercises so we can slowly learn this as I make more videos. But yes, this will change the quality of your voice. Understanding where to breathe, understanding how to hold your breath correctly, how to release your breath correctly, how to move your diaphragm, how to understand the air moving through your muscles, how to anchor yourself correctly when you're singing. So this is a key, something that you should definitely put time into doing on a daily basis. Okay, lastly, let's just say it, love yourself, okay? Love your voice. Look, I have spent a lot of time hating on my voice. I think a lot of singers do this. A lot of singers will do this. Listening back to recordings, I still do it now. I make a recording and I judge it straight away and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. But it isn't to other people's ears. I think it's natural when you listen back to your own voice that you hear all the problems first. Okay, you don't hear the subtleties, you don't hear the nice things. I've had recordings that I show to people and they're like, oh, this is a really nice recording, and I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible. But I end up being persistent because I love my life as a singer and as a job, so I have to listen to the people that praise me and my peers. And I've posted videos and I've carried on being a singer, and I've been a successful singer, so it's clearly what I'm hearing is different. And I find if I make a recording, if I don't listen to it for a little while, maybe it be in a couple of months, I go back and listen to it and I hear it completely different. I hear it for what it is and I see the emotion, because it's almost like I'm looking at a different person. Okay, because I'm someone new. We are forever growing. So I'm looking at the older me and I'm going, wow, okay, yes, I was doing this right, but I also know that I've worked on this and I've got there. Adopt your own perspective in this area, warts and all, okay? And try not to be too critical on yourself. It's the best way to express yourself clearly. Determine your end state and slowly and consistently work towards it. Success rarely comes without effort. And success is different for everybody and it's judged differently for everybody. Believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, and you will get there eventually. Be positive, be confident. That's the 10 things that I wanted to share. It was kind of a list and I kind of babbled on a little bit over certain things. I think this is very beneficial for all musicians, if I'm totally honest. And I want to do more things where I'm going to talk about music. I really would love to see people's comments. My idea of having 20 likes in the first video, I think I've got 2. And my second video, I think I've got 1. But I got some comments, so it doesn't really matter. I'm up to a few subscriptions. And yes, I am doing it for that reason, because I would love to do this as a regular thing. And I love to hopefully help people moving forward. So yeah, there'll be more videos like this. I'm gonna make a playlist of this area and a playlist of the reaction videos as well. Then also the other part we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna start doing vocal warm-ups. Okay, that's gonna be another playlist that I will do. And the singing, it is coming. Like I've said, if you do want to check out any of my other singing that I've done in the past, I do have another YouTube channel that I don't have control of anymore. So if you want to check that out, again, you can check that right here. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and yeah, I really hope to see your comments on this. I think this is interesting, and thank you again for your time. So I'll see you again. Thank you. I've been Scott. Bye-bye.